Hello, good evening. My name is Dr. Trude Ufondu of Snowspirations Global Health Solutions. Thank you so much and welcome to our YouTube evening live stream. This evening, we're going to look at the role of exercise and fertility. So we're going to look at 5 facts about exercise and fertility. How can exercise impact fertility? We're going to concentrate on the women. Exercise can also affect men, but we're going to dwell more on the women, the role of exercise in actualizing your dream of becoming a mother. So we're going to look at 5 different points, 5 facts, 5 evidence-based informative statements about exercise and fertility. Can exercise help you to become pregnant, or can exercise harm your chances of becoming pregnant? So please, thank you and welcome to this particular evening live stream. Now, after this, I'm going to give an opportunity to take care of your questions. So please remember to subscribe to the channel, like the channel, check out previous videos, and share the channel with your friends. They are completely free. So I'm actually going to start. So what is the impact of exercise on fertility? Now, I'm going to take us way back to how everything all started. You see, we are currently who we are because of our 2 parents. And there were a couple of things they did in the past that actually helped to actualize their ability to become mothers and fathers. And exercise is indirectly part of what they achieved. Previously, our fathers and our grandfathers were more mobile. So they were constantly moving. They were constantly going to the village stream. They go to the marketplaces. That's actually why it's very difficult to see a grandfather, a grandmother, or great-grandmother who is on the overweight or obesity range. Now, first factor you need to understand, exercise can reduce the risk of infertility. Like I mentioned, it can happen in the women, it can happen in the men, but I'm talking about women. So when you exercise, it reduces the risk of infertility. So when you exercise, you are actually trying to maximize the benefits of exercise. And one of the benefits is to be in the safe BMI range. So being in a healthy weight range will reduce the risk of infertility. Infertility can be primary infertility. In primary infertility, you have never been pregnant in your life. In secondary infertility, you were previously pregnant, but currently you are not able to become pregnant. When you exercise and your body mass index, which is an indices of checking your healthy body weight, if it's between 18.5 to 24.9, you are within the normal range. When you are in a better place in regards to exercise, it will improve your chance of conceiving spontaneously. That means naturally. And it will also improve your chance of having good outcome when you go for assisted reproductive technique, of which an example is IVF. So exercise is a key component of managing your body weight. If you manage your body weight and your body weight is within the normal range, the healthy range, your hormones can function properly and you can be able to ovulate. Now, it's globally recommended that adults should engage in at least 30 minutes of moderate intensity physical exercise. So I want you to focus on the categories of exercise. We have the low intensity, we have the moderate intensity, then we have the high intensity. So we are focusing on what? Moderate intensity exercise. And adults are generally, globally recommended to have 30 minutes. 30 minutes, actually, 30 minutes. So you can break the 30 minutes to 10 minutes, or you can do it at a go. This is an international guideline for 30 minutes of moderate intensity physical exercise. So what are those moderate intensity physical exercise? Going for brisk walk, gardening, dancing. I'm sure some of you don't know that dancing is a form of exercise. So when you're dancing, when you're gardening, or when you're doing some domestic chores, or when you're going for intentional brisk walk, you are actually fulfilling the global recommendation of exercise. This is advisable on all the days of the week. But generally, I advise my clients to have at least one day they can rest. If possible, in addition to the moderate intensity exercise, you can also add some vigorous activity like running, fast cycling, or fast swimming. You can do this just once every week. So you can go for walking every Monday to Friday, gardening, dancing. There may be Saturdays. You can run, you can cycle, you can swim. When you do this, you are getting your recommended dose of exercise. The third point. Now, what's the effect of exercise on ovulation? This coming Sunday, we're going to have our ovulation bootcamp. So we're going to look at everything ovulation. Ovulation simply means the process of releasing the eggs, which God already gave you. Now, we discovered that women that exercise properly can have optimal functioning of their ovulation. So studies have shown a positive effect of exercise on fertility, especially when you go a little bit on the moderate intensity or a little bit on the vigorous intensity. It helps to prevent ovulation problems. So if you were told you're having ovulation problems and you form the habit of exercising, the more you're exercising, the more you're going back to your normal weight range, the more you will improve your ovulation. Now, we also discovered that women that exercise moderately will have reduced risk of having miscarriage. Miscarriage is the unintended loss of your pregnancy before 20 weeks. When you exercise and you become pregnant, you will have a better chance of avoiding miscarriage. When you also exercise, you also have a good outcome when you go for ART. ART stands for assisted reproductive technique. An example is your IVF, in vitro fertilization. Now, the fourth point is specifically channeled towards women that have PCOS. PCOS stands for polycystic ovarian syndrome. This is a known complex condition that can affect fertility in so many women. Unfortunately, most women will not even know that they're having PCOS. PCOS can be handled by modification of your lifestyle. One of the ways you can improve your chance of overcoming PCOS and becoming a mother is to do what? To engage in regular exercise. Women with PCOS will generally have irregular periods or no periods at all, and they do not ovulate. So ovulation problems, it's commoner in women that have PCOS. If you happen to be on the overweight range, that means you are from 25 up to 30 in your BMI, or you are above 30, that means you have obesity. If you have overweight, and if you have obesity, and on top of that, you have PCOS, and you don't exercise, your ability to become a mother will be roundly depleted. So if you have PCOS, beyond the medications your doctors might be giving you, please exercise. We discovered that when you exercise, it will increase the frequency of your ovulation. You are supposed to be ovulating every month. When you ovulate, you release the eggs. When the eggs are fertilized, you become pregnant. So as your ovulation becomes more frequent, you are going to have an increased chance of conceiving. So PCOS is a good example where exercise can actually help you to overcome infertility. So exercise helps when you are having infertility problems. Now, the final point, it's on the other end of exercise. Now, when we talk about exercise, generally for women, we recommend low intensity and moderate intensity exercise. Now, when you increase the amount of your high intensity exercise, it can actually harm your chance of becoming pregnant. So women that live in the gym and develop a lot of muscles and they don't really have a break, they go there, they stay there the whole day. When you go to the extreme in your exercise, you can actually reduce your chance of becoming pregnant. So studies show that when you go for extreme exercise, it will reduce your potentials of becoming pregnant. So while some studies show that exercise can boost your fertility, you need to be mindful on the intensity. When you engage in moderate intensity exercise, you will improve it. But when you increase the amount of high intensity exercise, let me give you an example. You probably have gym buddies. You go to the gym. You guys are challenging each other. And you go to that point of trying to do everything until you're so tired, until your muscle can no longer carry you. When you do that, you are depreciating the hormones that will help you to become a mother. So don't engage in all those high intensity exercise. Once you get your 30 minutes in a day, dancing, walking, running, swimming, whichever way you get it, it's okay. So it's good to avoid high intensity exercise when you are trying to become pregnant. So these are the 5 important points you have to be conversant with if you are planning to become pregnant. So exercise can affect your fertility positively. If it's moderate, then can affect your fertility negatively if it's high intensive exercise. So it reduces the risk of infertility. It's recommended you engage in 30 minutes of moderate exercise every day. It has positive effect in helping you to ovulate, and it prevents miscarriage. Now, specifically for women that have PCOS, exercise will help to establish your ovulation, which when you establish your ovulation, you have a better chance of becoming pregnant. So that in a nutshell, it's the key points to note about exercise and fertility. Now, I'm going to open the clinic, and I want you to please go ahead and ask your question. Okay, so I already have questions already waiting for me. The first question says, what exercise are considered healthy in fertility? Moderate intensity exercise, going for brisk walk, running, swimming, dancing, doing domestic chores. These are moderate intensity exercise for 30 minutes. If you work in a very high-rise building, instead of taking the elevator, you can take the staircase. It's exercise. You can break your 30 minutes exercise into 10 minutes, or you can go for the 30 minutes at a go. For my own, what I do when I'm coming into work, I work on the 4th floor, so I take the staircase. That's how I start my day. So I climb the staircase. Then when I'm going for my break, which is about 1 hour, I take the staircase down. Then I go for walk after teaching you guys. So you can see that constantly, I'm consciously picking up my activity. So before the day ends, I would have indirectly completed my 30 minutes workout. When you don't do this, you are not helping yourself to improve your potential. So moderate exercise, it's what we recommend. The next question says, please, what are the examples of high intensity, medium, and low intensity exercise? Like I've already mentioned the high intensity exercise. You go to the gym as a woman, right? You climb all those machines, you do all those tough routines. Instead of doing just one, you are there, you see some men doing it, you want to do it like that. You live in the gym, you spend 2 hours, 3 hours in the gym, you go to the gym until your muscles are tired, you won't leave. You go virtually every day. When you do this, you can be better, you can have beach body, you can perform well in your sports, but it will affect your fertility. This is the reason why women that are into sports, especially extreme sports, when they are actively into those sports, they find it difficult to have kids. The moment they stop being intensive in their exercise, their body will come back to normal. The body of a woman is structured in such a way that you have to go easy. When you go on high level, if you want, go and research what I'm telling you. If you are into extreme sports, if you're not just extreme sport, if you're into sports as a woman, if you notice, if they are intentionally planning to become pregnant, most times they have a temporal difficulty in becoming pregnant because their hormones are all over the place. A woman is supposed to have more female-dominated hormones, normal estrogen, normal progesterone, normal FSH, normal LH. These are the hormones that will help you to become a woman. But when you engage in extreme exercise, they can convert the female-dominated hormones into what we call androgens. Androgens are male-dominated hormones, like testosterone. When you do that, you will have more male-dominated hormones in you. Now, both men and women can share all hormones. So men can have estrogen, progesterone, but the quantity of estrogen in a man and a woman is not the same. A woman will have a higher level to function as a woman. So high-intensity exercise, it's not recommended for women that want to become mothers. You have to avoid it, okay? Is exercise important for male fertility? Yes, 100%. So most men are complaining about poor sperm quality. low sperm count, poor motility, poor morphology. Now, you see all those multivitamins they give you when you see the urologist. They are not magic. The best way to get back your vitality, the best way to help your sperm count to bounce back is to exercise. So exercise can directly influence your sperm count. Exercise can directly influence your testosterone. Exercise can directly help you to regain wellness. Make sure you avoid chronic health conditions. So infertility in males are also directly and indirectly related to exercise. So males are also advised to go for exercise every single day like the women. Okay, very, very key question. I love those questions. So please, if you have other questions, feel free to ask. I'll provide you feedback. So if you don't form the habit of exercising, there are so many things you might do at home you wouldn't even know is exercise. If you're doing your domestic chores regularly, if you're sweeping, if you're doing laundry, sometimes you might not really know how difficult it is to do laundry. It's very tough to fold the clothes or to, iron or to wash them. They are all part of activities. Anything that will keep you going is a form of exercise. People love to listen to music. You can listen to your music. You can dance to your music. You are exercising. Try as much as possible to make your exercise to be fun. Don't make it to be so laborious and like a task. The more you make it fun, the better it will become. But please be mindful of the intensity. When you increase the intensity, you are hurting your chance of becoming pregnant, especially for the women. Okay, so if you still have questions, please still feel free to ask, and we'll keep providing you feedbacks. If today is the first day of attending my channel broadcast for SGHS, please subscribe. When you're done subscribing, click on the notification button. Then please check the other videos. We've covered so many topics. And share this with your friends, okay? Everything we do in the group is to enable you to become pregnant. Now, becoming pregnant is not the ultimate. The ultimate is to become pregnant, have a very good outcome in your pregnancy, then have your baby. Until your baby is in your bosom, we haven't completed our job. So becoming pregnant is not just the end of the whole equation. There are so many women that come in, they want to become pregnant, they become pregnant. Then when they share their testimonies, once you tell them to register for ANC, they vanish. The next time they are coming back with negative news. I don't like negative news. I just love babies. So please, when you are pregnant, remember you need to also exercise when you're pregnant, right? Remember, you need to also keep your eye on your BMI when you're pregnant. So becoming pregnant, it's not a visa for you to be living unhealthy life. You still have to maintain a healthy lifestyle when you're pregnant, because your health is gonna mirror the health of your baby. You are your baby's ambassador. So if you develop diabetes, hypertension, cholesterol problems, it will indirectly affect your baby. It can affect your baby while your baby is growing in your womb, and it can also affect your baby when you give birth to your baby. Women that have diabetes in pregnancy will give birth to big babies. The reason why your baby is big when you deliver your baby is not because your baby was doing excellently well inside your body. It's because your baby had insulin problem. So your baby, insulin is the hormone that distributes all the sugar and all the important energy in the body. When you have diabetes, you have insulin problem. You have insulin resistance. So be mindful. How you live can mirror how your baby will present. So be very, very careful your lifestyle. And if you want to become pregnant, you have to start early. Pregnancy doesn't happen overnight. Matter of fact, if you have girls, start teaching them the essence of healthy living, because if you want to be a mother, you have to start as early as your teens. How you spend your teenage years can determine if you're going to become pregnant or not on the long run, from what we know today. So you need to model the lifestyle that will give you a better outcome. There are so many women that experimented, they did so many things that damaged their body. Now, by the time they found their partner to settle down, they begin to have problems. They are all preventable problems. Simply by going for exercise, if you make it your daily habit, you are improving your possibility of becoming a good mother and a good father. Okay? Thank you, babe, for the comment. So, guys, do you have any other question for me this evening? If not, I'm going to adjourn. Ebenezer, what What's our topic tomorrow? For now, we've been bringing topics and we spend about 20 minutes. We use it to educate you so you can know your body better. So make sure you tune to Snowspirations. If you're in Facebook, we have a page, we have a group. Then if you're my friend in Facebook, you can follow my timeline. Now, like you can notice, we are in YouTube, we are on Instagram, and we're developing our app. So you don't have any excuse not to get help. It's open for everybody. There is no criteria. There is no membership, anything. All you need to do is to come as you are, and please apply the knowledge you gain from the group. How can you balance exercising for male and female, considering that male have more energy? Should males avoid high intensity exercise too? Now, you know your body, okay? You know, males are very competitive, right? I remember when I came to America, I used to go to a 24 hours fitness, gym. And by the time my wife is sleeping, I'll be out there, and when you go there, you see other men. They are trying to show up. They are trying to do stuff. Some of them are using steroids. So the possibility you will be going overboard if you're a man is there. Now, when you do that, and when you use drugs, when you use steroids, you are indirectly reducing your fertility. So if you use any form of drugs, it's going to affect your testosterone. Your testosterone can indirectly affect a lot of things. Some men use steroids just to look masculine. Anytime you pay for something to get into the back door, you're paying for it with your health. So focus on moderate intensity exercise, okay? So it's also applicable to the males. But when you talk about energy level, there are so many women that have equal energy with women. I personally don't believe in creating that, believe that women are weaker gender and all this. I don't believe that. I believe that everybody is the same. So what's applicable to women should be applicable to men. But men are naturally competitive. They want to show off. And some of them will do that. They go to gym, they have serious injury where they're trying to show off. So know your pain level. You know when your body is telling you to stop. Now, one of the things you have to do when you're exercising, make sure you are hydrated. You do not want to be dehydrated. So you see, when you are sweating, you are losing fluid. It's called insensible loss of fluid. So any fluid coming out of your body, you must replace them. The same thing is applicable to women. There are some people that don't like drinking water. When you are pregnant, you have a higher metabolic rate because you're now looking after yourself and your baby. So water should be your best friend. Dehydration in pregnancy is a no-no. So when you go to the gym and you're sweating, make sure you stay hydrated. It doesn't matter if it's hot, warm, cold, iced, depending on the environment where you find yourself. And when you exercise, the possibility you will need more cold water is there. So replace all the water you're losing when you're exercising, okay? I love that question. Okay, tomorrow we have another topic, reasons to stay hydrated during pregnancy, as if I knew. So tomorrow we're going to talk about hydration and pregnancy. How can intake of water and other beverages affect your pregnancy? So tomorrow we're going to go a little bit into pregnancy. And generally before tomorrow, make sure you stay on water. There is no fluid that compares with water when it comes to positive impact. Okay? So thank you so much for coming. Do we have any other question? Ebenezer, do you have any other question? Feel free to ask. Make sure you observe 30 minutes of moderate intensity exercise. Now, sometimes the weather might not be good, right? It's raining. What do? You go to bed to sleep? No. You run your staircase. You do push-ups. You do bench press. You do whatever. Anything that gets you going is exercise. Sitting is your new smoking. Some people move from their bed. They manage to get to the couch. They move to the couch to their car. They move to their car to their seat at office, and they repeat that. When you are doing that, you are gradually dying in installments. Get up and move. Very important. Okay? So we're good, right? So thank you for coming this evening. I'm going to provide a transcript of my presentation. Please continue to believe, continue to pray, continue to play, and continue to practice. Pray, play, practice can be applied to all aspects of your life. So in everything, remember to pray to God, thank God, and when you're done thanking God, do the leg walk. Go and play. In maternal health, in our community, our playing is equivalent to 48-hour lovemaking. When you do this, when you're done your best and you're not getting results, then you activate the last P, practice. You need a fertility specialist. If you are 35 years and above, and you have done PPP regularly for 6 months, at the expiration of the 6th month, you escalate. You need a fertility specialist. If you are below 35, you have an advantage. Your duration is 12 months. At the expiration of the 12th month, you escalate with your partner. Infertility is not just a woman thing. Infertility is a female and male thing. So both of you will go. When we find the reason why you're not having a baby, we have solved that problem by 50%. So we need to be careful. Do your own part. Now, even when you have gone into menopause, you can still be a mother. But you need to deal with your reality. What's your reality? You need donor eggs. Now, remember to draw a thin line between religiosity and reality. Most people mix it up. Most people, instead of taking their bold step, they are sleeping. They are not meeting with their partner, and they are calling God to come down and be their sperm donor. It doesn't happen that way. You have to get up in the morning. You have to do the right things. You have to eat the right food. You have to meet with your partner. Some days you might not feel like it. Those days you don't feel like it is actually the days you should get results. So you need to do the work. Now, when you read testimonies out there, testimonies are not just the end product. When someone had a baby, when someone had twins, when someone had triplets, quadruplets, most people come in, they see the beautiful babies. They read the beautiful testimonies, but they don't read what those people did. Some of them did IVF, some of them did IUI, some of them did surrogacy, some of them even adopted, but you love their babies, but you don't love the process that gave them the babies. Now, for you, as a Christian, be truthful. When you go to your church and it's time for testimony, when they give you a microphone to testify, tell people what you did. Tell them you had IVF. Your IVF baby is not inferior. This is your baby. Okay? So avoid all the cultural, shenanigans, trying to catch up with the Joneses, trying to be like people, trying to get validation. You don't need that. That's a fact. The opposite of not becoming a mother, what's that? A mother. So if you don't want to live alone, if you don't want to die alone, go and start your family naturally. Fertility treatment, IUI, IVF, surrogacy, adoption, they are all good, but start early. The earlier you start, the better. So in the same vein, in our group in 2022, it's Baby Dance 2022. Baby Dance. Every single member of our group, believing God to be a mother, will become a mother, will become a father. But you have to do your own part. I'm doing my own part. I have solid confidence that God will do that for you. Okay? So thank you so much for showing up. Babe, thank you so much. Ebenezer, thank you so much. You rock. My prayer for you is that you're going to find a worthy lady. Probably, like you said, you're going to marry a doctor. Hopefully, you're going to marry a doctor that will come in and will keep showing light in our community. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you guys. If we no longer have any question, then I'm going to take my leave. Okay, so Ebenezer, give me a signal. If we're good, I'll take my leave. Have you exhausted all your questions? This is a very good opportunity. Okay, so tomorrow we talk about hydration in pregnancy. Okay, so stay tuned tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. If you are in our Facebook, remember to join tomorrow for Keeping It Real. Then Wednesday, join me for Community Health Clinic. Wednesday's topic you don't want to miss. Then Friday, 4 days Fridays. Saturday, we'll do our ward round. Then Sunday is our boot camp for ovulation. So Sunday, we're not going to run our clinic on Sunday because we have a big event. Every last Sunday of the month, we host a masterclass. This month is going to be on ovulation. So we're going to look at the eggs. We're going to look at how you can maximize and make sure you use your eggs the way God planned it. Okay? So thank you for coming. I'm going to take my leave now and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Look at me. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. God bless you and bye-bye.